Hey guys, and welcome to Faith Works Designs. I'm Faith, and today we're doing a really fun and easy project. A lot of you guys could do this with no problem. We are doing a green baby blanket. Now, I'll insert a better picture here since I know I'm so close. At the beginning of the year, a lot of the fabric people that I buy from have a big sale because they want to get rid of the inventory that they got for the new inventory that's coming in. Now, I found panels everywhere, and normally I don't buy them just because of what I make. Everything I make is so small that I can't really use a panel. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to take advantage of the sale, grab some panels, and then try and figure out something to make with them. And the next video coming out is going to be a good one. But anyway, so I got this from Wanderlust Designs. I will leave a link down below. I got a lot of stuff from them recently. I got this panel. It was a little larger than I had intended. You can get smaller panels, but what they had in stock is what they had. So I got the panel. I looked at it and said, it's really big. Let's make a blanket out of it. So I thought what I would do is show you guys how you can take Minky and add it to a panel so that you can have a nice little snuggle blanket. So let's get started. Okay, so Minky, there's a couple things that you need to know about it. One, Minky does have a stretch side. So there's a stretch, and then on the other side, the one that I purchased has a straight side where it doesn't stretch. Now two, when you cut it, it's going to be all over your sewing room for eternity. And I still am finding stuff from where I made this blanket and cut it. So, so what I did was, I took the side with no stretch and I cut my borders. Minky normally comes about 60 inches wide. I cut my, let's see, I don't remember exactly what the panel was, but I cut my panel down to the size that I wanted it to be. And then I went through and I cut strips of, I think there were 3.5 inch strips of the Minky, and I cut it in the direction that it didn't stretch. And then just to kind of give it a little bit more of a stabilized feeling, I took some stabilizer. And you cannot iron Minky, so don't try ironing stabilizer to Minky, it just doesn't work. So what I did was I base stitched some interfacing to the back side of the Minky, and what I did was I put the Minky face down with the stabilizer face up. In doing so, it didn't give a chance for the Minky to kind of like slide down my interfacing and get a little wonky. You know how sometimes you're sewing fabric, and if you don't have a walking foot, your regular foot kind of pushes that fabric and makes it a little longer than it should be? I didn't want that to happen, so I did it with the interfacing up, and it actually worked really, really well keeping it together. So I cut out the strips that I needed for the top and the bottom. I base stitched both sides of my strips so that the interfacing wasn't going anywhere. And then I put my strips at the top and the bottom of the panel. And then once I had that secure, I turned it backwards and I sewed from the back of the quilt. Now, why are you going to sew from the back of the blanket? Again, it has a lot to do with that interfacing and the Minky moving around and just being kind of funny. So by turning it upside down and doing it backwards, I was able to control better where the fabric was going. So I would highly suggest that you do it that way. It turned out a lot straighter than I thought it was going to, because anytime I've worked with Minky, it's just been a pain in the butt. So learn from me. Now after you get the top and the bottom done, then you can move to the sides. I put one side on at a time. Make sure that when you've base stitched your interfacing to your Minky, that you clip your stuff to your panel. Just to make sure that you've got the right amount of length and that it ends up landing where it's supposed to. So I would just go ahead, clip it all down, and then go ahead and sew it. Now after that is done and you've got all of your border put on, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to lay your bottom fabric right side up and then put your blanket right side down on top of it. Make sure that your edges are straight on your backing fabric and lay your panel top on top of that and then clip like crazy. Like I said, Minky likes to move around a little bit, so you don't want that happening to your blanket. That would really stink. So just make sure that you've clipped really good and make sure that you've got it pulled where it needs to go. And then again, what I did was I sewed from the back. That way it just wasn't moving around. Because if you sew with the back side, I put Minky on the back as well. And if you sew with the Minky facing you, then you're going to end up probably with it sliding around. So I did it with the panel side up for me. Then what I did was I made sure that I left a hole open so that I could turn everything inside out. Now once you do that, you're able to turn it inside out. Make sure that you poke out all of your corners so that all 4 corners are nice like that. And then what I did is I just top stitched all the way around to enclose that blanket. Close up the hole from where I left it open, and then just make sure that it kind of lays flat on the edges. Now I also went a step further, and I don't think you can see it from there, but I went on the inside of my borders just to give it a little extra. You can probably see it better on this side. Just to give it a little extra and make sure that that panel was nice and secure so it wasn't like all falling around. I really like how it turned out with the interfacing inside. The outside edges feel a lot stronger and they feel a lot more durable. I think if I had just done it without the interfacing, it would still just feel kind of stretchy and move around. Alright guys, what'd you think? That was a pretty simple and easy project to do if you want a quick sew and you want to make something fun for your little ones or somebody that you know, birthdays and all that stuff coming up, baby showers. There's a lot of babies coming from being locked up during COVID. You can make a lot of baby blankets for people that are having babies. And it'll be a really, really nice, simple gift that didn't take me very long at all to do this. It was just a matter of cutting everything out and then, you know, putting it together. But if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe and hang around, we would love to have you. And also, don't forget to tag me if you decide to take a panel and make a blanket out of it at FaithWorks Designs. I would love to see your creations. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section down below. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining us again on FaithWorks Designs. Bye, guys.